Oh, what, you guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy. He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
What an interesting turn of events.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy. And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
She is right.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Judging by how Byakuya looks, it definitely seems that he is caught by surprise by this. He certainly didn't know about this either.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion.
Even though I wish it would have been wrong.
The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Makes sense.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Indeed, since they were, since their handbooks were still functional.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Because everybody thought that Chihiro was a girl. Therefore, that's why the killer wanted to move the body there. But what will be the
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Not necessarily. Well, actually, it could be possible. It still could be possible that Byakuya did it. We don't have any evidence as to who killed Chihiro yet. Now we know that. Now we know how she got killed, or like where she got killed, and this whole scenery changed.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
Kinda like how you were in the first chapter, Yamada.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Nah.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Wait a second. Like I knew, Byakuya did have a hand in this, but he didn't kill her. Chihiro. But if he didn't kill Chihiro and knew that she was murdered by somebody, then why change it so that Toko was the killer?
But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
It's like he knows already who was the killer.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt.
Overt?
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
Oh. Oh, wait. God damn it, Byakuya, what is it that you're trying to do here?
At least, that's how I see it.
If he knew that using the extension cord would make him to be the one to be blamed and such, then what is the point?
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Of course.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Nah, he definitely isn't.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Wait, what?
Are you fucking with us right now?
What?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
What? You asshole.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead, find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Indeed, it is definitely more important right now to find the culprit, but I'm really curious as to what were you thinking. I'm also really curious as to why you would have done it. So it could be that Chihiro was killed by somebody else, then moved to the girls' locker. And then Byakuya went in and did something like he changed the scenery so that it would be that Genocide Jill actually did it. Isn't that right, Byakuya?
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
I definitely have some stuff to say to you, Byakuya, but not right now.
I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
I mean, okay. We have been dancing around this for hours and hours.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Yeah, don't you dare say bad stuff to Yasuhiro, my brother the tumbleweed.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
Yeah, indeed. Even though I do have someone in my mind in particular who could have done it.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Even though I definitely need my evidence first. If I can find that sweet evidence, then the one who killed Chihiro is gonna be arrested.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. I have to say that the killer is a guy. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Yes. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. That's true. Because if it was Leon's handbook that wasn't actually broken, or it could have opened, then it could have been either a girl or a boy. So we got it to it being a guy. So who could it be? Taka? Mundo? Makoto? It could be Makoto. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Alright, time for another debate. Oh my god. Okay, we have more bullets. God dang it, Chihiro.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man! Game over!
No! Not game over!
Nice reference there, Yasuhiro. But wait! Not only do we have no info on the killer, but nobody even saw the victim before he died. No, I definitely have... This all seems very, very fishy. It wasn't only the killer who saw Chihiro. If my theories are gonna end up being right, then Byakuya could have also seen the killer as well. Because he decided to alter it to his own for his own evil diabolic plans. But is that actually true?
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah, somebody saw
All we
it.
need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Wait a second.
And it's not like
No,
they're
that's not
gonna
it.
turn themselves in.
I was thinking of Byakuya, but I guess that's wishful thinking. Okay.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Wait a sec. Oh.
Someone saw the victim at some point. Even that.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see now.
All we need right now is
I do remember now.
It's over. It's all
I do
over.
remember.
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
We don't know who saw the killer. But we know who saw the victim
Someone else
last.
did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Uh-huh. In the warehouse. With Chihiro having the duffel bag with the blue jacket.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Yep. Only Celestia, me, and Makoto know about this. Once again, thank you, Celestia, for the wonderful information that you've given me before the class trial.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm coming in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Therefore, we can go back to the conclusion that he could have been a guy.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Then that means that Chihiro actually told somebody about his... That was Chihiro's secret? Oh my god. So, okay. Yeah, apparently Chihiro told somebody the secret.
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
Pretty much.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
Really, Chihiro? Is this the way they want me to find out? Really? Why couldn't it have been me that you told it was the secret? Why was it somebody else?
Knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Indeed.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
I guess she's talking directly to me and not Makoto.
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Yeah, I wonder. Who is the killer?
Get back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Yeah, like, what are we, detectives?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Yep, and we don't even know where that evidence is. Nor can we actually... We can actually take a break to find that jacket.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
But what about the jacket?
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. You think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
The jacket in the duffel bag was blue, so it could have been her, like her. It could have been his, or the murderer, who was a guy.
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. It can be hard to believe, but you're not gonna know until you try it, Makoto. And that is through a non-stop debate with some awesome music.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
True.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
Nah, there is definitely
You heard him,
one
right?
particular info in
What
there.
he just said without even realizing it?
Wait, what? Are you saying there's something off about what someone just said? Mondo. Black jacket. Yasuhiro, white jacket. Let me just hear
First
this
of all,
again.
We know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
Hey, exercising does suck.
Personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
I'm gonna shoot somebody. Pew pew!
Not a
Pew
chance.
pew pew!
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Are you talking about Mondo? If that's the case, then... Let me just see about this. So what you're saying is the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black. Blue tracksuit. Let me just see Celestia's account here once again. There must be something that I'm missing here. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems he was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably she was on her way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the crime scene.